With the current volatility in the stock market, it's easy to see why many people aren't quick to invest. It feels risky, unpredictable, and overwhelming. Today, I'm going to explain the different methods of investing that are good for beginners and explain how you can benefit from the current conditions of the market. Before we dive in, I'm not a financial advisor, and this video is mainly for educational purposes. Always do your own research into financial assets, as it's the best way to protect yourself. Let's talk about one of the best long-term investing strategies, dollar cost averaging. This simply means investing a fixed amount of money into something like an index fund on a regular schedule, every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever works for you, no matter what the market is doing. By doing this, you're buying into the highs and the lows, which smooths out your cost over time, and you don't need to time the market, you just stick to your plan. It's basically a set it and forget it strategy. But ask yourself, can I keep investing consistently even if my portfolio drops? Can I ignore the noise and trust the process? If the answer is yes, dollar cost averaging might be a perfect fit for you. Before we move on to the next way to invest, I'd like to give some suggestions on the best types of stocks to invest in. Usually, the best bet for your average person will be a low-cost index fund or an ETF. Both are basically the same, a large collection of stocks held in one fund, with the main difference being that ETFs can be bought and sold at any time, while index funds cannot. Investing in individual stocks can be tempting, but it's not often the best move for beginners. Putting all your money into just a few stocks exposes you to a lot of risk, especially if you don't have the experience or deep knowledge of the market. On the other hand, low-cost index funds have broad diversification and significantly lower risk, while still delivering solid long-term returns. They're smart and reliable choices for most people starting out. The next method of investing is long-term investing. One of the smartest ways to do this is through tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA or a 401k. A Roth IRA is a retirement account where you contribute money that's already been taxed. The big benefit? When you take the money out in retirement, you don't pay any taxes on your gains. A 401k is the opposite. You contribute pre-tax money, which lowers your taxable income now, but you do pay taxes on it when you withdraw the money later. These accounts are incredibly powerful for building long-term wealth, and that's exactly why the government limits how much you can contribute every year. For 2024, the Roth IRA limit is $7,000. The 401k limit is $23,000. Now, when it comes to capital gains, short-term capital gains, profits from investments held under a year, are taxed as regular income. Long-term capital gains, which are capital gains held over a year, are taxed at a lower rate, usually 0, 15, 20%, depending on your income. But here is where tax advantage accounts shine. With a Roth IRA, you can avoid all capital gains tax if you follow the rules. That means if you grow your Roth to a $3 million portfolio by retirement, you keep every dollar of it. With a 401k, you don't pay any taxes on the money you put in. So if you make $200,000 and contribute $23,000, you will only be taxed at $177,000, which can save you a lot of money in taxes right now. Finally, let's talk about the most risk-averse strategy here, but also one of the safest for beginners, and that's high-yield savings accounts and US bonds. Right now, the top high-yield savings accounts are offering around 4.4 to 4.6% annual interest. That's a great way to keep your money safe while also earning a solid return. There's no risk of loss and your cash stays fully liquid. Perfect for beginners who want to outpace inflation without jumping to the deep end of the stock market. Remember, inflation eats away at your money every year if it's just sitting in a regular savings account. So, putting it into a high-yield savings account helps protect your purchasing power from inflation. Now, if I actually wanted to invest my money with a low risk and get a consistent return, I'd look into US bonds. Right now, the US Treasury bonds are returning around 4.8 to 5.2% annually, and they're backed by the US government, which means there is virtually no risk of default. You won't see crazy gains like you might with stocks, but you'll avoid the stress of the market crashes. Bonds are a solid way to grow your money if you're not trying to lock it away for decades. Investing is one of the most important parts of financial literacy for the average person, and when done right, it could put you miles ahead of everyone else. But just remember, short-term betting on random stocks is basically gambling. It can lead to major losses, especially when you're just starting out. So take your time, learn more about the market, and always be smart with your money. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.